Is there something missing from your life? Do you have any idea what it is? That's what I want to explore today on Thoughts That Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wolak. My thought for today was very simply that if we are living in love, there is nothing missing. And I believe there is nothing missing in that moment when we truly understand that love is perfect, that there's perfect balance. And the interesting thing about life is that we're never in perfect balance for very long. We move in and out of balance all the time. And so when something happens and we're upset, it's because we're not in a state of love. I say this really clearly today after the event where I found out yesterday that my prayer partner, Marcia, who I've been with for over 16 years, every day, every week we've been talking. Every week we pray with each other. In the midst of the night, in her sleep, it appears she had a heart attack and she died. And she was a perfectly healthy woman. And while I understand the spiritual truth that she's not really dead, that she's just transformed and she's moving on to a new existence, in my humanness, I feel a void. I feel there is something missing. It's very interesting that in life, what I've observed is that to have special people is a gift. To have special people that you can be safe with, that you can share everything with, that's a special gift. And while I do have other people, especially my wife and my sons, and a few other very good friends, Marcia was a very special friend to me. And I'll share with you this, because I want you to know that everyone goes through this. When I heard the air was sucked out of my lungs, why? I didn't expect it. When my mother died, when my father died, when my brother died, I expected it. I had pre-warning. This, I had no warning. I had a very healthy, vibrant woman who I just talked to a couple days earlier. The beauty of the conversations that she and I had, though, is we always ended telling each other we loved the other one. And so I know that from the standpoint of how our relationship was, it was complete. And it was complete for all that it was meant to be. And now I'm learning about myself more as I deal with it. I'm learning myself. And it's so interesting that if you've been listening to me for the last few weeks, I've been making a statement like this, is that when you finally realize that you have less days to live than what you've already lived, your life takes on a whole new meaning. It takes on a whole new meaning, and you start living with a greater sense of gratitude, a greater sense of awareness, a greater sense of appreciation. For my sons, for my wife, for my dog, for my parrot, for my friends, for my community, for you. And that's why it goes back to something that we talk about at Agape all the time, that in order to self-love, you have to self-accept. You have to feel worthy and that you are enough right here, right now. And never, ever, ever, ever belittle yourself. Think about all the problems there are, you may think, in your life. They are nothing as long as you know you're alive. Because as long as you know you're alive, you can change anything. You see, I'm talking about knowing alive because I don't know what happens after this. I believe we go on, but I don't know. And no one knows. It's all a perspective. So wouldn't it be great if we just embodied the idea that we have this now and stop listening to all the BS in the world and start living from love a little bit more? Start accepting ourselves, start accepting others, start creating memories. Yeah, what memories are you going to create today? It's interesting. Becca, you're absolutely right. Energy cannot be destroyed, and each of us is energy. And that energy, when it loses one shape, it takes on another shape. How it does that, we don't know. We just know it does. What it transfers into, that's the mystery. And that mystery, I guess maybe we'll know when we leave this body, but I don't know. I don't know. I have no doubt that Marcia is fine. I have no doubt that for whatever her reason, she believed her journey was done as a soul and she moved on. I have no doubt. She died as she said she wanted to die. She did not want a long illness. So there she was, healthy, and she's gone. So to me, what that said to me, and this is what I told her husband, I said, her journey, and we'll never know why, but her soul said it's time to move on, and she chose to move on. And she chose to do it without any lingering because it was in the middle of the night. She was gasping for breath. And the next thing you know, she had a heart attack, it appears, and she passed. She did it her way. Honor that, because you can't do nothing else. And here's something else that I've learned, and I say this all the time to people who are going through transition of loved ones. You'll never know why. So give up the question. Remember the beauty of the relationship. Remember the gifts of the relationship. And start creating your life. Have some time to be sad. Have some time to reflect. But you go on creating because you're not meant to be still. You're not meant to regress. You're meant to grow, to move on, to expand, and to experience everything in life. And think about this. When someone close to you dies, it's an experience of life. Revel in the experience, revel in the sadness, revel in the emotions. Because when you do, you know you're alive. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm honored to be with you. I want you to know that I love you and I accept you as you are. And if you need support, I'm here. If you're in Dallas, join me tomorrow for a live in-person service. We're at the Hyatt Regency at Stonebriar Mall. Beautiful ballroom. You can find all information at agapespiritualcenter.com. Maggie, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you lost your son. My heart opens. I can't imagine what it would be like for a mother or a father to lose a child. I can't imagine that. So all I can do is say that my heart is open to you, and if you need support, I'm here. So everybody celebrate Lori. She's 50. She probably isn't halfway yet, because I know I'm not halfway. Well, I am past halfway, but I plan on living to 124. I don't know what Lori's mark is. So for me, at 124, I've gone past halfway. Anyway, everybody, I love you. Go create a great day. Until next time, aloha. And tomorrow I'm at 7:30, not 8 o'clock, just so you know. Bye-bye.